Linda Reese just dropped a bombshell about her divorce from Greg Mathis, and she's not holding anything back. In a bold and unapologetic move, Linda has come forward to reveal the real reason behind their split, and it's far from the polished image Greg portrays on screen. Linda went straight to the point, making it clear that she's done staying silent. She claims that she was the one who suffered all along in their marriage, enduring pain and turmoil that the world never saw. But now she's ready to spill the tea, and it's boiling hot. According to Linda, Greg Mathis isn't the man people think he is. She alleges that Greg had multiple affairs, not just with women, but with men as well. She's painting a picture of a man who couldn't stay loyal to one person and even crossed the line into physical abuse at times. Linda says she's had enough and can't take it anymore, but that's not all. Linda is ready to fight back. She's planning to sue Greg for every check he ever got from her, vowing to dig up everything she can. This divorce is about to get seriously messy, and Linda's revelations are turning the spotlight on Greg in a way no one expected. Y'all, Hollywood divorces are practically a dime a dozen these days, but Judge Greg Mathis and Linda? Now, that one caught me off guard. I mean, after a whole 39 years of marriage, there's gotta be some major mess that led to this split, right? Well, honey, the streets are buzzing with tea that Linda got fed up with Judge Mathis's unfaithfulness, and some folks are whispering it's way more scandalous than just cheating. And you know I got the inside scoop. This divorce has people talking, especially since Linda and Mathis always seem so tight. Remember back in 2022 when they let us peek into their world with their reality show, Mathis Family Matters *? The star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is certainly my highest professional achievement, but I gotta say, it was really my family that was the foundation of my success. After coming out of the streets of Detroit, Linda allowed me to work 15 hours a day, 5 - 6 days a week. So it's that support that allowed me to be the success that you see. Our love and support runs deep, all right. Just at the top of 2024, Linda and Mathis were all snuggled up in Cabo, living it up on social media. Fast forward to March, and they're still looking tight at an influencer brunch. Then, in an interview with Baller Alert, they were chatting about whether their Mathis Family Matters show might make a comeback, and spilling their secrets for staying close. Mathis was painting them as this flawless family with a few quirks, but he swore they never fought.
Well, we're not going to fight. If that's the condition of coming back, we're not coming back, because we are a whole family, a wholesome family. We all have our flaws, but we don't fight.
Linda seemed to echo that vibe.
Well, you mentioned our family show, Mathis Family Matters, and as you see on there, our influence is that, black families are great families, and no, they're not filled with, just inner fighting, and so, yeah.
Just a few weeks ago, she was posting pics and vids from a Father's Day bash with Greg, raving about how they had such a beautiful time celebrating Father's Day with my family and friends at the Johnson residence yesterday. Very uplifting to see all the fathers being celebrated, especially my husband Greg and son-in-law Ryan. But now I'm like, hold up, how are these same people now heading for a divorce? Judge Mathis even dropped a cute photo on June 10th of Linda, all cozy in his arms at the Live from Detroit concert. So, what gives? How did they go from lovey-dovey to split city? According to the divorce papers, Linda says they were done as of July 17, citing irreconcilable differences as the reason. Now, I'm sitting here like after 39 years together, you'd think you'd have figured out how to handle your differences. But apparently, Linda hit a wall she couldn't get past. On the bright side, they're not tangled up with kids' custody or child support, since their 4 kids are all grown and even grandparents now.
For the first time in 15 years, the kids are all back in the same city.
Still, Linda's not walking away empty-handed. She's asking for spousal support and even checked the box to block Judge Mathis from getting any spousal support. And there's still that mystery of whether a prenup is in play, so we'll have to wait and see how that shakes out. Honestly, this divorce is shocking because Mathis always made such a fuss about how much he loved his wife. Remember when he got his Hollywood Walk of Fame star in May 2022? He was all about thanking Linda and the fam for their support. He even bragged about how she managed the family finances and helped him get his life together when they first met. So, for Linda to call it quits after 39 years of putting up with everything. Family drama, keeping the home in check, and managing the money. I'm like, Mathis must have really messed up. I was just as puzzled as the next person, so I dug deep, and guess what? Mathis hasn't been all saintly either. We've got some tea on his not so pleasant behavior too. Oh, honey, if you think things are wild now, let me take you back to some of Mathis's past drama. In 2019, there was a whole police investigation after Mathis allegedly spat on a parking valet. This incident supposedly went down around 8 p.m. outside a club on the 1700 block of St. Antoine in Detroit. The story goes that Mathis was ticked off about whether the valet had his car keys, and things got so heated he allegedly spat on the guy. And if that's not enough, there are whispers about Mathis being notoriously cheap. I'm talking about a tale from way back when he was pinching pennies so tight he used coupons to pay for dinner and busted out a calculator to ensure he didn't leave more than the exact tip required. Allegedly, when he dines with friends, he never picks up the tab and always figures out his exact share to the last cent. Fast forward to just last year, and we have another juicy tidbit. An LA Department of Water and Power employee accused Mathis of threatening them with a bang-bang after a parking dispute. Mathis got pissed after they asked him to move his vehicle. Words were exchanged and things escalated to the point where Mathis allegedly flashed and pointed at the workers. Mathis, on the other hand, told a different tale, saying that the employees were actually blocking his vehicle and he was unable to pull out of his driveway. Apparently, one of the employees got smart with him when he stood in the street, saying that if he didn't move, he'd get run over by their work truck. Mathis then took that as a threat and said that he never brandished anything, let alone pointed it at anyone. Now, if these are the kinds of antics he's getting into publicly, just imagine what's going down behind closed doors. And let's not forget the rumors of infidelity. Remember when Wendy Williams threw shade about Mathis supposedly cheating? During his interview on her show, things got heated real quick when Wendy asked about allegations that Mathis was caught in a motel with a crackhead and another woman who wasn't Linda.
That might not be true, according to you, about this woman that allegedly you slept with. You allegedly got her pregnant. Listen to let me draw up the skeleton, Judge, and then you fill in the meat.
Talk about fueling your stuff. You, on the other hand, have admitted to being addicted to cocaine.
Absolutely.
Secondly, you continue to show symptoms of your addiction.
Okay.
Lastly,
what are those symptoms? Tell me.
These nasal passages you keep coughing up.
And I did Afrin.
This eternal cold that you continue to have.
Yes,
that you can't have to come to work because every other week, and now you're even stupid so low as to blame it on your baby, your newborn. How low can you get? That's about as low as you can get to blame your child for your addiction. Then, lastly, your bisexual activity. I'm sure your audience want to know about that. I've heard that rumor.
I'm sure my husband would love that.
Yeah. Oh, he watches? Does he watch when you do it?
Yes. Don't you know?
No, I don't know. I didn't know you were that low down. Lastly, we can continue with what I heard about all those. It's like 8. You had 8 of them. That's what I heard. That's the rumor.
How
now you want to keep fueling that? Did you write about that in your book?
I wrote it in my book.
All 8 of them?
Yes, I wrote.
8.
I have a.
When I say Mathis went off on Wendy, I mean he went all in, and the tea gets even hotter. There was a woman who claimed Mathis not only slept with her while high, but also suggested she could sleep with Linda. Now that's some serious drama. Oh, you won't believe this. The woman who claimed she had a fling with Judge Mathis also said she ended up pregnant by him. Mathis, however, is out here denying it all, saying he's never even heard of her and suggesting she's probably getting paid to spin that yarn. Imagine if Wendy Williams were still on the air. She'd have had a field day with this divorce drama. You know, Wendy would be speculating that Mathis has been unfaithful all along and probably has a few secret kids running around. After all, folks remember how he used to jump at any chance to peep at pretty women suing on his show, especially when they had receipts. People are saying he's got a serious wandering eye, and if he went off on Wendy like that, maybe there's some truth to it, but hold up. Some sources are saying Linda's filing isn't about scandalous affairs. Instead, it's because Judge Mathis has been working too hard and has been neglecting their relationship. I mean, he currently runs a series of charities and has a production company that has him working 70 to 80 hours a week. An insider spilled that Linda sacrificed her whole life for that man, but he's been working 24/7 for the better part of the last 30 years. Apparently, Judge Mathis promised Linda that he would slow down and that they could travel the world together and enjoy the rest of their lives, but he's not trying to slow down anytime soon. The insider says life is too short, and if Judge Mathis wants to run around the country working, he can do that, but Linda's not willing to sacrifice any longer. Based on the insider, Judge Mathis does have one last chance to save his marriage, and if he agrees to slow down and value his wife, she might take him back. Now, I'm not sure if the work schedule is really what's causing the rift, especially since Mathis doesn't seem to work as much anymore. Some folks think Linda might be fed up with him just being around the house, not pulling in the cash like he used to. And let's not ignore the hot takes. Some people are throwing shade at Linda, saying on X, 90% of divorces are initiated by women. The kids are raised, his money is flowing, and she's ready to start her second life with his money. Women are single, handedly destroying the idea of marriage to be independent on a man's hard work. Another added, the marriage has been over. His antics on TV were just a glimpse of what brought this on. She stayed for the coins until they weren't enough. So, what do you think? Did infidelity play a role? Or is it all about Mathis working too much? Or maybe not enough? What's your take on why Linda decided to pull the plug after 39 years? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.